Okay, overall, the CSP experience was really great. What I liked about the CSP training was really just getting the chance to get to know my team better. And really, what I mean by that is allowing them to express concerns that they might have, but as well as being the exec expressing concerns that I see that may have affected our work relationship. So overall, it was something that I feel would better the team, not just from the operational standpoint, but the bonding standpoint of building a team and actually working as a family. So I'm grateful for the CSP experience, and now I believe we have grown in a way that we understand each other, meaning when we ask of certain tasks, it's not a hassle, it's more so how can I help you versus why are you asking me? So really, I think we have grown overall, and if we could go through it again mid-year, that would be great, but I feel like we've grown a lot within that week span, so I'm glad we had the chance to really get through it.
The CSP experience for me was enlightening. It was an awakening. It really touched on a lot of things, and it made us as a team to be more accountable for each other. It really dived into not us being just here for the kids, but we need to always consider each other and be here as a team. A week later, I really liked the meter board, coming in and asking people, hey, how are you feeling today? Are you red? Are you yellow? Are you blue? Are you green? And today, of course, I'm yellow. But just a lot of things I took from it, and I really enjoyed it. I'm so thankful for Rashania and Julian. Thank you guys so much.
CSP for me was interesting because of the changes that my club has experienced. It showed me what we need to work on, the conflicts that we have inside the club that can affect our babies and our kids. So for me, it was very interesting. It was enlightening because I did learn a lot, especially when it came to programming and all those different outlets that we have available for us and the resources that we have available for us. So coming back from CSP to the club, it was also a little different because I was trying to utilize the tools that I gained. I've never been big on agreements with the kids, and that's one thing that I did find myself doing my first day back into a program area with the children.
My CSP experience was wonderful. I enjoyed the week of training. I got to build with my team. I got to learn a lot about my team, and we came to some common bounds and some common agreements that we can come work together and enjoy ourselves. First and foremost, have fun. And like after this week, as we go by this week, we put a bunch of ideas on the table, and we came up with a bunch of different programs and events that we're going to do at Whitehead, which is going to improve our kids and have our kids the opportunity to have some fun. So I enjoyed CSP. I enjoyed the piece about how to put my calendar together. So now I can get my calendar together so everything is rolling. And I enjoyed all the different programming so we can start implementing some of these programs here at Whitehead.
Wow, CSP was awesome. Something I think that every club will definitely benefit from. And for me personally, it was very enlightening. One of the key things I took from it was listening. And I believe that every club, no matter whether it's going to benefit your programming, how you interact with your staff, and definitely how you serve the kids, it is definitely something that will really take you to the next level. But for me personally, it was really enlightening because of the fact that I learned a lot about how to approach things and people based on where they're at, where I'm at, and just basically to figure out how better way to communicate. We all have the same common goal. The team building piece is the one that helped us realize what our common goal is and ways to achieve those common goals. The programming piece will help make your life so much better. The new track system that they're going to bring about in the next coming months and next year. But just the activities, it just overall turned into a very great experience. And now that we've been back with the kids and back with the staff for a week, One, I can tell a difference with our team camaraderie. You know, we adopted creating collaborative where we get to see what our moods are for the day, which actually helps with how we approach the day. We have our own staff agreements, which also helps us keep focused on the things that we talked about, how we're going to make our club and our programming better. So for the last week, it's been really like we've been plugging in a lot of things. I mean, not to say that it's not going to take time to really see the full potential of everything we learned, but just like we learned in training, you know, we take baby steps forward and we won't go backwards. But I really enjoy CSP, and I think we should have it like twice a year, but that's just me.
So CSP was great. It was a great atmosphere, very loving. It was very informative. It made you open your eyes to look at stuff a lot differently. And a week later, I took a lot of the techniques that they used at CSP, and I used it on my day-to-day life. So yeah, CSP was great.
My experience with CSP from last week to this week has really been great. Coming into the club, I really got to know who I was working with, and we all seemed to be on the same page. So that works well for me. And we had a plan. So Miss TJ is good.
The CSP experience was an eye-opener. I think being in the organization for a long period of time, transitioning throughout different clubs, you're more aware of a lot of different things that each club environment deals with. But so for Whitehead itself, it was an eye-opener because we knew it was a lot of things that was going on, but we couldn't pinpoint any of the issues. And I think CSP for me was just to see how they think. Like, I didn't know really how Whitehead team really thought about anything that was going on, because I mean, you have the newbies and then you have the older ones who've been here forever, and I think it just showed me how much work that this team needed. It made me think, you know, did I want to be a part of this new transition? Because I knew it was a lot of work that needed to be done. I mean, CSP just made it more aware. But by the end of the training and seeing the passion behind, you know, what the staff had to offer and the things that every staff was going through, and getting down to the bottom of why we're here in the first place. For me personally, it just made me realize why I work in youth development. Because even with younger staff, it's like it's still development that's needed for them as well. And I know I'm in a place where I can coach and develop them more professionally to move up higher in the organization, or even just out the doors into a better stable environment. Since we've been back from CSP, I can definitely say I love the communication amongst my staff, especially those under academic success. I love the energy as far as everybody holding each other accountable for things that they said in CSP. You know, we're talking about how we feeling, we coming in, speaking to one another, asking how your day's going, being more, you know, flexible with the schedule. So, you know, we still in transition, getting our schedule together for after October. So, good job, CSP.
Yes.